All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe. Man, I am totally excited today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today on Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan and my special guest, Charly McCracken. Charly, how you doing today?
I'm excellent, brother Kevin. How are you?
Oh, I'm fired up and excited. And guys, hold your seats. Get ready, get ready, get ready. We're going to tell you a few things what's going to happen here. But first of all, Power Connections brings on powerful people like Sister McCracken to bring you some powerful stuff. So today, guys, I want you to get ready for your notes. I want you to get ready to send this out on your platforms as well. When you see this, this is going to go out on at least 8 to 10 platforms from my side. But I want you guys to push this out because the topics today are we're going to talk about AI. Charly, I love it. We're going to talk about AI. That's artificial intelligence. For those who don't know that out there, AI talk with Charly, guys, it's going to be powerful. And then we're going to do that for the first 30 minutes, right? Today, just give you a little idea. And in the second half, we're going to switch over to the second topic, which is more important, really, affordable housing talk with Charly McCracken. So we're excited about that. Charly, one thing I want to do first, though, because there's so much going on our wonderful planet today, right now, there's so much happening right now. And I'll give you an open monologue, anything you like to say before we get started to our audience out there from your wonderful mind and heart today. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, brother Kevin. Well, actually, I'm really glad to be here today. I feel honored to be in front of all these beautiful people.
Thank you.
And if I had one thing to say to the world, I would say this: stay true to your heart. Serve other people, love other people, get as much information as you can. And as we go through the changes that we're going through with our computer systems, with our economy, with our relationships, always be prepared to retool yourself. Don't let the world pass you by. Constantly learn new things, try new things, get out of the box and experience this wonderful thing called life.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. What a powerful way. I know you're all excited out there today now, guys, but don't go anywhere. I don't want you to run out the house or run out the office right now. I want you to stay seated, guys, so you can hear what Charly's going to share with us today. Hey, let me tell you about this my wonderful guest today. Got to give her props today because, matter of fact, we could probably be an hour just on her bio. Okay, well, I asked her to give me a brief one, okay, today. So we're going to read her brief bio today. First of all, she is a pearl. Charly is the pearl, I love it. And oh man, just more than a pearl. She's a pearl, folks. Charly McCracken, ladies and gentlemen, known as the motivational pearl. Wow, that is so cool. Is the owner of the Atlanta Web Design and SEO. She has certifications in web development. She is good, folks, very, very good. Graphic design, very good there as well. And project management, very good as well, guys, in that area. She has worked in the with international companies like PepsiCo and Assurant and dozens of small business nationally, ladies and gentlemen. Charly is skilled in coding using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which I remember a little bit about, and Python. Charly has only provided branding and online business development services, but she is an experienced trainer, very good trainer, guys. She knows how to train and educate us in the areas of need and offers training in WordPress and AI to teach business owners how to increase their productivity and profits. Now, business owners and those who are learning business or want to get in business, you need to pay attention today for sure. Also, too, guys, she's also the owner that helps owners increase their productivity profits as they sell their products and services online. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, Charly McCracken is a motivated leader dedicated to empowering business and individuals and communities to succeed. So once again, Charly, welcome to Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan. I appreciate you so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. So guys, we're going to switch now. We're getting ready to go to our topic. First topic, guys, is going to be AI. This is going to be fun. Now, guys, I may be popping in and out because I want you to see the information on the screen here as well. So I'm not in the way. So as Charly is talking, I may pop in and out, but I want you to see the information that we're going to share. Matter of fact, we're going to do that right now and go to our first topic, guys, is going to be the AI segment. So we're excited about that, and we're going to get started. So Charly, let's get started. And matter of fact, I'm going to kick it off with one of our first questions because we have to know a little bit about what we're talking about here, guys. So one of the areas, Charlie, as you know, is what they call Chat GPT. So please enlighten us any way you like. Now, keep in mind, we are all novice. You're the expert, so we got to keep it simple for us. And we're going to give some folks some homework later on so they can get in touch with you on more details. But what is Chat GPT, if you don't mind telling us a little bit about that?
Sure. ChatGPT is what we call a large language model. That means that it's been fed a lot of data, a lot of data that we actually don't know what was fed into it. And that's why we can't always predict what comes out of it.
Yeah.
But it works on a predictive model, meaning that if you start a sentence in ChatGPT, it is supposed to have the ability to predict what it should tell you next. So that's what it is. It's a pre-trained generative productive model, and that's what it does.
Oh, I love it. Hey, guys, one thing I want to encourage you guys to do, you've got to stay up to date, okay? First of all, on technology. You have to do that. Also, too, what I have a phrase called application training, application education. That means you don't have to learn everything, but you need to learn this stuff on how it applies to your business model, okay? Or to your life, or to your education, whatever it is. Keep in mind, you can learn all you want, but most people just need to know how this affects, how this is gonna benefit my business. That's the part you wanna learn. And then Charlie is qualified, folks, to help you get to that level as your business grows, specifically for those new business owners and for the seasoned business owners, guys. So this is so important. We have to stay up to date on technology. And I think most of everybody out there, Charlie, would agree that they need to stay up to date just because of their business model may change in some areas. That is so powerful. But Charlie, let's keep going here. How can a Chat GPT benefit my small business? Because people say, well, that's great, but do I need all of that?
Well, let's put it like this. If you don't use it, your competition will. So let's just think about that for a minute.
Good result.
So it would behoove you to learn as much about it as you can. It's a very powerful, powerful machine that learns, and it learns from you. And what you do is you actually can train it to do the work that you need to do to be more productive.
Right.
So we're talking about, when we talk about ChatGPT, we're primarily talking about content that is text. It does generate some images, and I'm hoping that I can teach more about that in my upcoming classes. But if you need things like website content, landing page content, maybe you're a small business and you need to set up some procedures, it can actually help you set up your standard operating procedures. If you're a nonprofit and you need your bylaws, it can help you put those things together. It can help you respond articulately to contracts. So if you contract your services out and you get a proposal in, it'll help you answer it based on what that contractor really wants you to do, how they want you to respond. Because remember, ChatGPT not only gives you information, but more important, it allows you to teach it information. It's machine learning. So if you need marketing content, if you need it for website content, like I said before, if you want to make really dynamic product descriptions, these descriptions that it can kick out for you stand above the norm. Okay, so it can separate. One of the things that I like to do when I have a little Etsy store, just for fun, but product descriptions are part of how you get found. So I go to my competition and I look at their product descriptions. I take their product descriptions and I put them into ChatGPT. And then I give it my product description, my target market. And then it is able to give me a product description that's above and beyond all of my competition. So that's just an example. Also, email content. A lot of people do not use email drip campaigns. They're campaigns that nurture a lead over a period of time with a specific goal in mind to help them get through the sales funnel. You can actually tell it what final result you want your customers to make, what call to action, what thing you want them to do. Do you want them to come to a class? Do you want to be their coach? Do you want to sell them a product? Would you like them to attend an event? You can do that, and it can give you 10 emails, enough for about 6 weeks all at one time so that you can nurture them. And we know what drip campaigns are. We get them all the time. We get emails with slightly different content from the same sellers all the time, over and over and over, to the point that we unsubscribe because we're not interested for whatever reason. But you can have yours create dynamic value add emails. Another thing that it does that I like is not only will it help you set up your social media post, because I like to use it for Facebook Reels and for LinkedIn carousels. I like those. Those are some of the ones that I really like the best, but it will do a strategy for you. If you tell it that you have a 90-day strategy that you like to put into place, it will tell you what to do for each particular week in that campaign so that you can get the results that you want. It can give you data tables. I like data tables because they give the information concisely, compactly. It can summarize dense text, meaning that somebody sends you a long email or you get a long blog that you know you should read, but you don't have time to read it.
Yeah.
You can put it into ChatGPT and it will summarize any way that you want. It'll give you a table. It'll give you a bulleted list. It'll give you a numbered list, or it'll break it down in paragraphs with subtitles if you like. You have to tell it how you'd like to get the result.
Wow, that's
one of the things that I recently did. I had an opportunity finally to redo my website, and I used it to actually take the content that I had on my website already, add a few more nuances to it, like my target audience shifted. I had some more products and services that I was offering, and it took my content and it enhanced my content. So when my website got a facelift, it included the text as well.
Oh, I love
and it can do great things. I like it for surveys. I'm doing and for quizzes and for FAQs.
Right.
I am doing a little workbook to teach people how to start a business in Georgia. And I really needed ChatGPT because I went into the project thinking, I started many businesses. I've helped people start businesses all over, you know, the United States, but there were a few things I had forgotten and ChatGPT reminded me. It said, you've got some gap content that's missing. That's because I trained my bot, and we can talk about that. But what it did was I would take a chapter and put the chapter in, and I'd say, I need my students who participate in this training to actually take a quiz. Give me 20 questions and answers based on the content that's there. We're talking about stuff that used to take us forever to do.
Exactly. Take a while.
Right?
Exactly.
It does excellent calls to actions, slogans, and taglines. It writes YouTube, not only the YouTube script, it'll do a storyboard and tell you what should be in each scene. And then what it'll do is it'll give you keywords. It'll give you the description for YouTube. It'll give you your hashtags. I mean, there's so much that it does, not to mention your blogs, your articles, your press releases. I needed to do a press release. We know what it is that we want to say, but how do we articulate it so it's concise enough for people to get what we are saying quickly? So all I did was write down the points that I wanted to make and the objective that I wanted people to walk away with. What did I want people to understand about the content in the press release? And then who my target audience is. How old are they? How much education they are? And they wrote a press release for me that people pick up. They can get it quickly. It applies to them. It resonates with them. And I'm getting calls, which is really nice. And then, of course, it can help you brainstorm It can help you brainstorm new ideas. You know how we do logic models and, you know, think tanks and all those mind mapping and all, it does stuff like that for you. So if you tell it, I've got this competition here, that competition here, this is what this one does, this is what that one does. These are the people that we're trying to serve. This is the type of service that we are offering. Tell me something that none of us are doing. It'll tell you what it is.
Oh, I love it. Ladies and gentlemen.
So you think you won't be productive and save time? It does a lot that people don't know.
That's exactly right. That's why we're here today, Charly. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, guys, this is a special edition of Power Connections, ladies and gentlemen. My beautiful, intelligent, and genius guest, Charly McCracken, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about AI right now, guys. AI. We got a second half on housing later on, but we're talking about AI. Guys, I want you to understand some things here. We're talking about, I'm just going to give you a quick example. Millions, I was going to say 1 billion books, right? 1 billion books are in place. The AI system can pull that all together in a matter of seconds, right? And give you summaries on every book if that's what you want. But the point, if you're looking for 1 billion, out of 1 billion books, you're looking for one book with the right subject, it will find that in seconds. Okay, the only difference between us and the AI is that it just works faster. That's the only difference, folks. It works faster and more efficient than we can hold in our wonderful brains at one time. So guys, just get excited about the technology on learning and scaling and growing your business. That is so important. I love it, man. This is great. You know, one thing, Charlie, we got to do a commercial break because I want you to talk about this workshop coming up, please, so people can add this to their calendar today. I want to hear no excuses that you didn't know. Let's talk about this, the workshop coming up, Charlie, if you don't mind. And there it is, guys, going up right there. Yeah.
Thank you, Brother Kevin. I am so excited.
Yeah.
It came to me in teaching AI over the past 6 months or whatever, that there's so much information that I think that the best way to teach it is for it to be project-based and topical. So I have broken my training into little groups, enough information for you to gain it for a particular purpose and run with it. So my training, which is going to be on October 12th, at 7 to 9 p.m., which is Thursday evening, is going to help you create your Facebook Reels and your LinkedIn carousels. So the way that it works is that you come to the class, you watch me do one of the projects, a brand new project from scratch, and literally it'll take 15 minutes. And then you bring all of the assets that you need so that you can create a Facebook Reel. So you come equipped with your videos and your text and your images, and decide what your fonts and your colors and everything is going to be, your QR code, your logo. You put it all in one folder. And then when you show up to the class, we will use your project. Then we'll use the next person's project. Then we'll use the next person's project. And when they leave, they'll have something they can publish right away. And you'll have had an opportunity to have a well-exposed learning experience, not just from watching a teacher do it, but doing it yourself and watching other students do it. Because one of the things that I learned is that even when I do one-on-one training, there are questions that my student will call me back later and say, I forgot to ask you this, or I forgot to ask you that. But when we do it as a group, if you don't ask it, somebody else might ask it. It's just like a classroom environment. We benefit from the environment itself and from having so many different perspectives, so many different talent levels, so many different industries involved. It helps our brain just kick in those questions and get those things answered. So I think it's very valuable. What I will tell you is that the seats are limited. In order for me to do this, I can only work with a small amount of students at one time. I'm sure that you can understand. So I'm encouraging everybody to get involved, sign up for it now.
Absolutely, guys, right there, guys. There it is. There it is right there. Guys, you can do that. Put that on your calendar today. Okay, and then the QR code, if I can point over here, the QR code right there, guys. There it is right there, the QR code. That means you can pull your phone out right now, guys, and scan that. Your phone should pick that up and you can register there as well. So get excited about that. That is powerful. And we'll be mentioning this again because before we come to get out of this segment, I want to make sure you guys have it on your calendar, and please share this out with everybody in your family, guys. Everybody, specifically if they have a business that's in your family. But guess what? Your young people need to be there, guys. They need to be a part of it, especially those who just graduated from college. They need to learn this stuff. Some of them want to start their own business. Some of them want to start their own idea, have some ideas they want to get out there, book, you know, whatever it is. We want to make sure you guys are equipped with the right tools. And Charly McCracken is the expert in this area. Hey, we're talking about AI. We're going to continue. And one of our favorite subjects is customers, right? Can GPT, Charlie, can it handle customer support inquiries? I know it can.
Yes, it can. You know, ChatGPT will teach you how to create a chatbot for your website.
Wow.
And then teach you step by step. It knows itself well.
Yeah.
So it will teach you how to do a chat bot. And the way that it works is that it'll ask you, what are the frequently asked questions that you believe your customers are going to need to know on a regular basis? Like, you don't want to keep answering your telephone and answering the same common question, the same common question, the same common question. So it will set that up for you, and very easily to integrate it into your website. And if you don't know how to do it, tell it what kind of website that you have, and it'll even write the code. I love how it codes.
Really?
I've been coding with it. I have been coding with it. And even if you have WordPress, integrating code is so simple. There's one little drop and drag platform that you put on the page where you want it, and then ChatGPT gives you that code, and you just cut it out of ChatGPT and put it in your website. And 9 times out of 10, it works. And if it has an error, you can bring it to its knowledge, and it will try to rewrite that code for you. So you can tell it what the problem was in the code. It will troubleshoot its own code. It'll apologize to you.
Oh, really?
It'll say, I'm sorry. It'll say, I'm sorry. And it'll say, I hope this code works well. If it doesn't come back to me, we'll try it again.
Wow. Well, I love it.
So you don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to be tech savvy at all.
Exactly. I love it. It's got some personality where it's least kind to you. I love it. That is so awesome. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, we're here with Charly McCracken, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about AI today as it relates to your business and to your ideas, your inventions, things like that, anything that you need to help with, guys, on this area. But one of the goals here from the network, guys, for our network, is to make sure you stay current, stay up to date. Now, you can't know everything, right? But you can learn things that are going to apply. I call it application training, application education, things that are going to help your business grow, help you grow, right? We want you to stay up to date on things like the coding side. You know, you've got a lot of brilliant young people, right? Brilliant young people. And it could be some of your children that may want to get into this area and learn it for their particular needs and start a little business later on that will help the family out. There's so many areas that, guys, you can do in this area. So, hey, we're going to keep going, guys, because we got time is moving on. And Charly, I'm going to probably skip over some of these questions only because of the time. But I want to talk next about, this is the big one. How about, can ChatGPT create some content for marketing? Can it help us in marketing too?
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing that I really I'm going to do this quickly.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you a valuable secret that most ChatGPT users do not know. Every chat that you begin becomes an agent or a secretary or an assistant for you.
Wow.
And the way that you do it is you tell it as much about what it is in the project that you're working on. And you ask specific questions, and it'll start. So start from the top. So if you're going to use it for marketing, start from the very beginning. Talk to it about your product, your service. Help it create you the most. And if you have a product or service, it is intuitive enough to tell you what your target market should be.
Wow.
It will help you create the customer persona. Then it will tell you the proper way to actually market to these particular people, because it's all about customer behavior. It will write it will write your marketing copy. It will write a flyer. It will write your landing page. It will give you the production time for your social media. It will tell you what to put in your social media. It will tell you which platforms to use based on what it is that you're trying to do. It does the full spectrum. So this is what you do. When you start the conversation, if you look right above, right to the left of the chat itself, where it says new chat, click on that little pencil there and type in the name of that particular topic.
Wow.
And then every time that you're working through this, or you have any questions about this particular project, because that's what it is, it's a project, go back to the same chat and it will remember everything you ever talked about.
Wow.
And if for any reason it loses a little memory, because some of my chats are pages and pages and pages and weeks and weeks and weeks old, months old, I will go up into the chat early in the beginning and say, do you remember when we talked about, and I'll paste it in, and then I'll continue the conversation. And with consistency, it just continues to blossom your marketing campaign. And I'm going to be teaching that in my following class, which I don't have the date for, but it's all about training your own bot. So if you're using Chat GPT every day and you're going in and you're starting a new chat, you're not doing yourself any justice. If you have a customer, Mary Jane, start a chat for her. Okay. And everything you do for her should be in there because it's just one business, one target market, one set of products and services. And then if you have another product, another customer, Mr. Smith, just start it for Mr. Smith's project and stay in it. Same thing for you. If you're working on a particular project in your business, just use one chat for it because you will create and train your own agent.
Oh, I love it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, this is a special edition of Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan and my special and brilliant guest there, Charly McCracken. We're talking about AI, guys, AI and social media, AI for your business, AI for learning and training and so forth as well. And we got to do a quick plug again, guys. We got a workshop coming up, guys. Come on, you guys need to be a part of that. You guys need to register today on that. Register today on that if you just want to learn more about that, guy. The price is very simple here. There it is right there. That's pretty good, guys. Some of y'all got that in your pocket right now. So just put it on the card and go ahead and put that in the system. And then there's QR codes down here, guys. For those who want to go direct there, you can do that as well. This is going to be awesome. One thing I want you to do, guys, is stay current. Stay up to date on what's happening as it relates to your business, as it relates to your home, as it relates to training. Some of you can start your own business with Charly, and once you get the information, start your own little business there. Once you get trained and get certified by her, you're going to get that certification, and make sure you know what you're talking about. But our goal is to make sure you guys are current and up to date, because only reason why people get left behind because they don't know. And now you know, folks. We want you to stay current on that. Hey, Charly, we're going to take one more question here from the network because of that, and we're going to ask you to give us some takeaways for today in this area of AI. But the last one I think I want to talk about is what you kind of already hit on anyway. There's a GPT assist us in lead generation, and you kind of mentioned that earlier. It does help us get clients that are targeted for what we need. Is that correct?
Exactly. And so you want it to be your partner. You want it to be your agent, your marketing agent for you. See, you can be the CEO and you can tell Chat GPT that it is your marketing agent. One of the secrets, another really great secret, tell Chat GPT who you want it to be. You are a marketing executive with 10 years of experience.
Wow.
You've done global projects. It then starts going into its database and finding people that meet that role and gathering all that information to put it at your fingertips.
I love it.
So, but it will tell you if you use it as an advisor. Okay. If you say, I'm thinking about doing XYZ with this product or service, it will tell you yes or no. It will also tell you, if you ask it to develop a marketing plan for you, it will make sure it has all the information. When I first started using it, I asked it to do a marketing campaign for me. And I gave it a lot of information. I really did. My prompts don't look like one sentence. My prompts look like a half a page of text because I am talking to my assistant. Anytime that you talk to your assistant, you give specific instructions. And it came back to me and said, I could help you, but I need you to tell me this, and this first. Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing. That's your personal assistant who is basically a robot, which is great. Or if it was a human being, it'd be the same thing, but it'd be a different language, of course. But you're absolutely right. That is brilliant. It's going to save some money for some people too, as well, because you don't have to have a person necessarily that may not be up to speed in that area that you're going to have to train. So that's going to be exciting for folks in cost savings area for sure. Charly, one thing I was just thinking about, what type of technology do I need to have for my office or home in order to do this? Because that's so important. People, you can't run everything off your phone, folks. Nothing wrong with the phone, but you got to have some equipment. Briefly, can you just share with people what they need to have dedicated kind of for this effort?
Yes. Well, of course, you need a good, solid internet signal. Okay. You don't want to have a lot of interruptions. You can work from a laptop or you can work from a desktop computer, but both of them need to have at least 8 megabytes of RAM, preferably 16 on a laptop. Laptop is built a little bit differently. It doesn't have the durability and capability of a desktop computer because it's a portable computer.
Right.
So I recommend that you have that. And then I recommend that you have 2 monitors. You know, monitors are really cheap nowadays.
There they are.
And even if you're working from your laptop, get an additional monitor so that you can see a bird's eye view of what you need to have all at one time. But other than that, as long as you get the 8 or 16 megabytes of RAM, you'll be fine.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, you can give us a call if you guys need some help with that. We'll be glad to help you in that area as well, to help you get set up properly. Because you want to have a dedicated system for your business, right? And most businesses will purchase their own computers for business only. We're talking about business only, guy. And we're not even going to talk about the tax deductions that you're going to get. I think there was one book I read that we reference all the time, Charly, was called, I think it was 425 tax deductions for business owners. I think it's up to 1,004 now, where you got all kind of deductions that you guys can take legally for your business, guys. But guess what? It has to be dedicated for your business. You can't have your business and your personal stuff mixed in there. You got to keep it separate so you can write it off every year for depreciation, for upgrades, things like that. And you'll be able to do that and keep good receipts. I want to get off of that because this is not part of that subject. But you guys got to get excited about your business, get excited about growing. Hey guys, this is Power Connections. We talk about AI with Charly today, ladies and gentlemen, and we want to we're getting ready to transition to another subject. But Charly, I want to give you some final thoughts there as it relates to AI, and also we need to plug that workshop again too as well.
Right. Well, I'm with you, Kevin. You may not have a separate unit for your personal and your professional, your business. When it comes to a computer, get 2 separate external drives and keep your stuff separate. That makes it legal.
Right.
And when it comes to ChatGPT or any generative product, just make sure you fact check everything. Don't cut and paste everything. It's a stepping stone tool for you to use to enhance and make your life more productive and make your customers happy with the information that it presents. But make sure that you check everything out, proofread everything. Make sure that it has your tone and your voice, something that your customers can get to know you by, that it represents your brand correctly. Don't let it just run off on a tangent, because the prompt engineering, as I was telling you about, it takes a little practice. And until you get it down and until your bot is trained, it can give you some things that are kind of general, but general is average, and we're not average.
That's right. It'll get you started, guys. It'll get you started. And then it's like anything else, folks. It's training, right? It's just a training thing. No matter what it is, whether you're working on your master's, your associate, bachelor's, it's training. Once you get the training and get the knowledge and start using it over and over again, you're going to get more proficient. You're going to get more efficient on what you're doing as well. And it's just, we want you to just learn it. We want you to start learning. Pick an area. Just find out what you want AI to do for you. It may be just get you customers, new customers, maybe new information on your website, whatever. Define that, call Charly, get into class, guys, and then you'll be able to learn how to do that properly. So that's what you're going to learn from the workshop as well. Hey, the workshop's coming up October the 12th, guys, this year. That's a Thursday. I want you guys to mark out your calendar for that at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the network. And again, the QR code's right there, guys. You can scan in the QR code. And of course, you can get that information as well. Also, too, Charly, is there a website or just a QR code you want the people to go?
Oh, no, there's always a website. I'm a web developer.
Right.
It's ATL Web Force. ATL, short for Atlanta, Web and Force, because we do everything with force.
That's right. That's exactly
so
right.
So that's atlwebforce.com. And the email is atlwebforce@gmail.com.
Fantastic, guys. Hey, guys, you'll be listening to this over and over again. I want you to send this out on the network. Hey, Charly, we're ready to transition now to our wonderful subject here, another subject. Any final thoughts on AI before we move forward here?
Don't let it leave you behind.
There you
Get
go.
on top of it, because you're going to be forced to use it even if you don't want to.
That's right. We want you guys to be equipped and ready to go in that area. I love it. Thank you so much, Charly, for that powerful information as we talk about AI. Hey, that was our first subject, guys. We're going to transition now to our second topic. This is Power Connections with Charly McCracken. We call her the Charly the Pearl. She is the Pearl, folks. As a matter of fact, she got diamonds and rubies and everything else too as well. On top of that, she's just a brilliant individual, and we're so glad to have her on Power Connections. Hey, guys, I hope you're enjoying this. I want you guys to take notes. Be ready for the next topic. Hey, guys, our next topic is affordable Housing Talk with Charly, guys. This is the one from our heart for sure. I know she loves AI, but this is definitely from our heart, guys. And we're getting ready to bring this in too as well. So get ready. We're talking about affordable housing for the United States, I believe, Charly, just for the United States, but information is going to be powerful. I want you guys to get ready to share this out, not only for your family, but for your colleagues, your employees, people that you have in your network, guys. You need to pay attention because Charly knows this and she loves this topic. She's probably going to get so excited that we all get excited, in a minute here. So we thank you so much for that, Charly. Hey, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to transition over. I'm going to pull up another screen here, and then we're going to go to a video break, and then we're going to have Charly back as we talk about this wonderful area, guys, as well. And I'm going to try to get out the way a little bit. Okay, we'll get it. I don't want to. I got Charly behind me. Matter of fact, let me just show you all this real quickly because I want to show you her wonderful face on there too as well. She is there on that area. Let me give it a few seconds, guys, so you guys can see that. Isn't that beautiful, guys? That wonderful. So Charly McCracken, guys, she's a PMP, founder and executive director. This is Neighborhood Empowerment and Wealth Collective. You guys pay attention. There's a QR code there. I'll be back in a second. You'll be able to get the QR code as we go through the session. But at this time, we're going to transition over to Charly's wonderful, wonderful video that we have, guys, for you. And let me get ready to set up everything for you so you guys can see this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful scene here. All right, so where we go, we got ready to start this wonderful system here. Video for her, and we'll be back, guys. It's about 2 minutes, guys, about 2 minutes and 12 seconds, and we'll be back with you after that. Here we go, guys.
Affordable housing is one of the greatest challenges moderate and low-income families are facing now. The cost of apartments has increased by more than 30% over the last 12 months, yet salaries for these families has failed to keep pace. Eviction filings are 50% higher than they were pre-pandemic. Georgia has more than 10,000 homeless people. The average home cost $369,500, whereas the average salary is only $66,000. This means that most people in Georgia can no longer afford to purchase a home. The Federal Reserve Bank has admitted that Atlanta is no longer an affordable place to buy a home. 47% of renters are cost-burdened, and many are spending half of their income on their housing cost. The government is not going to solve this problem. We must do it for ourselves as a united community. The Neighborhood Empowerment and Wealth Collective is proposing that we create a new American dream, one of self-sufficiency, self-determination, and community action to provide housing for ourselves by using the cooperative housing model as a solution to the affordable housing crisis. The time is now. We must do it together. We must learn to come together, work together, and live together in a shared cost environment so that we all can thrive. Home ownership is possible, regardless of your income or credit score. Join us and learn how we are planning healthy, vibrant, and affordable communities for moderate and low-income families. Visit our website today and join the conversation.
Wow, Charly, that was beautiful, guys. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, guys. I'm going to pop back in here real quickly, guys, as well. Thank you so much, Charly. That was powerful, powerful, powerful. Hey, guys, a little bit about new that Charly had shared with me. The Neighborhood Empowerment and Wealth Collective, guys, AKA NEW, is a nonprofit corporation that is committed to addressing the affordable housing crisis in the state of Georgia, in the United States, because I know people from around the globe will be listening as well. We are promoting a new American dream for self-sufficiency and self-determination and community action, utilizing the cooperative housing model as a pathway, ladies and gentlemen, to home ownership for moderate and low-income families. Pay attention on this one, guys, for sure. And I want you guys to share this out. Everybody you know in the United States, no matter what part of the globe they're in right now. In addition, They're helping families understand how cooperative housing can be a viable solution to elevate the housing crisis, to alleviate, excuse me, the housing crisis. We offer housing literacy and home buying training for people who want to establish, ladies and gentlemen, a realistic budget to manage their finances. So key today. Improve their credit scores as well, and prepare for the traditional home buying process. Everything we do at New, ladies and gentlemen, is focused on helping moderate and low-income families obtain clean, safe, and stable home ownership and financial freedom. Man, I gotta give you a hand of applause for that one, Charlie. This is powerful. New. Wow, incredible. Tell us more about this wonderful New. Charlie, I think I got some questions here for you. Let's talk about what is cooperative housing. Charlie, please help us.
Cooperative housing is not new. As a matter of fact, we are borrowing it from London and from Canada.
Oh, wow.
It is a model that can be used worldwide. It is used primarily in China. So it's not new. It is something that hasn't come to the United States, because the culture in the United States is, I myself have this wonderful education, this great job, and for my family, I buy our dream home. I buy our boat. I get our summer home. It's all about I, me. Right. And we lost over hundreds of years. We've lost what our founding fathers brought here, which was community. When the founding fathers came here, Mr. Jim and Mr. Bob got together and built Mr. Roberts' home, and they stayed in that home until Mr. Jim and Mr. Roberts had their own home. And that's what it's all about. It's about creating a model where we purchase land, properties that exist, or build new homes. But what we do is we get a group of 20 to 30 families together. We start a corporation, and the corporation makes all the purchases for us, takes on all the debt and all the responsibility. We buy shares into it, and then we have the right to live in the properties that exist on that property. But when we pay our carrying fees every month, we all are paying one mortgage. So you can see that with a group of people, it's possible. With one individual family, it is not possible to own a home in Georgia. Not if you don't make a certain amount of money. In order to buy a 2-bedroom small home, maybe 1,500 to 1,700 square feet, they say that you have to earn $120,000.
Right.
Well, that's not our average salary.
Right. Wow.
Is $60,000.
Wow.
So imagine all the millions of people under that. Right. So it's okay. We want a new American dream where we work together and do it for ourselves. We have the capacity to do that. That's why you don't have to have a very expensive job. You don't have to have the best credit score. All of those things are removed because people do not have to go through the traditional mortgage process on their own. Their corporation will do it for them. Amen. And that's how it works.
Oh, I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about knowledge, information, okay? There is a solution. That's what Charlie's here today to share. There is a solution, guys. You got to stop stressing out. It's just a matter of getting the right information, right? And I know some of us you don't hear this though, Charlie, that's a problem. We don't hear this on the media system, as you know, because people just don't know, because it's not broadcasted where we hear most of our media or most of our information where we get it from. So guys, this is so important. Hey, if you're just joining us, it's a special edition of Power Connections with Charly McCracken, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the Neighborhood Empowerment and Wealth Collective that she is set up for us to learn more about. Guys, I'm gonna get out the, so I can get out the way. Here's a QR code there, guys, that you guys can put your phone up on and get more information on as well. Well, Charlie, you just talked about the cooperative housing. So what is housing? What is a housing cooperative? I think you just explained that a little bit, didn't you already? In that area. Yeah.
But let me give you some examples.
Yeah.
There are housing co-ops where families get together. Excuse me, or a corporation gets together and they buy it. Yeah. This is the funny thing about co-ops. We have co-ops here in Georgia. There is a co-op down in Buckhead called Posh House. Okay. Posh House rents out their apartments for $3,500 to $5,000 a month. and a
Mhm.
group of business owners got together
Yes.
and cooperatively
Yeah.
purchased.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
worth $7 or $8 million,
Right.
but because they're a corporation and because they came together.
Gotcha.
But co-ops, okay, so in New York City, co-ops were one of the things that we had in the early 1900s. As the immigrants started to come in, they would buy the building from their landlord.
Mm-hmm.
They would say, "You're not treating us right. You're raising our rent every month,
Yeah.
every year.
Right.
You're not maintaining the building.
Yeah.
We put our money together. Here, take our money and let us have our building." That's cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
And here in Georgia, we have so much land that has been abandoned by people who have passed away and their families haven't maintained the land or paid the
Right.
taxes on it.
Yes.
That the land banks are saying, "Come and get this land, just pay us the taxes on it,
Wow.
and we'll allow you to build on it."
Wow.
And so that's what we're doing. So we may get a project where our debt after funding, maybe $500,000.
Uh-huh.
But that's what one family here in Peachtree Corners pays for their house.
Wow.
If you have 20 families paying that same one mortgage, how
Mhm.
nicely will we live? Right. So
Mhm.
cooperative housing is about working together as a community. And they turn out to be, okay, so I'm happy to say that we have decided to build one ourselves. We
Wow.
want to be a good example.
Yes.
We're looking at 24 homes
Yes.
with a community center there. It's going to be owned by a company, a organization.
Uh-huh.
And it is a democratic organization. So every person that lives there has a vote. So whatever comes out of it, all the members have voted or at least accepted that vote. They didn't fight against it. Because everything, the how much we pay every month, what we have on the facility, how we maintain the property, all of that is by the owners. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So not only do people come together and become business owners in this corporation that can go off and make extra money, because we're thinking about starting a daycare center. We
Mhm.
want to set up a moving company and a few other things that can earn money for us so that when we pay our carrying charges every month, we still get dividends because we bought shares into it every 3
Yes.
months.
Yes. Powerful.
Right. So you can make money with it. Right. They have community gardens. We're looking to see if we can get enough land and an opportunity to get into the solar program that's being run by the USDA.
Mhm.
So we can sell back some of the energy to Georgia Power.
Yeah.
The opportunities are endless.
Yes.
So a co-op is whatever the group that gets together decides that they want.
Yeah.
There are some co-ops that say, let's buy out this street. This street has been abandoned for a
Yeah.
while. Let's go
Yeah.
to the mayor. Let's go and let's buy all these homes on this street.
Yes, ma'am.
That's one way of doing it. So there's many different ways that it can be done. It can be a tiny home village. It can be a barndomium village, which the barndominiums are amazing structures.
Wow.
And they're half the price to build and half the time to build it. And they withstand storms like nobody's business. That's why they're out in Texas.
Yeah.
But Georgia's allowing us to build them here now. And they're beautiful.
Oh,
So
wow.
we are looking to build 24 barndominiums, and it's going to cost us perhaps about $75,000 to $100,000 per unit.
Mhm.
But remember, I don't have to apply for the mortgage.
Right.
The organization that we are creating
Right.
will get the mortgage, right?
Right.
And we will back it up and share all of the expenses in the common areas and pay our mortgage off. And the beautiful thing about it is it's a mortgage. So if we all get together and it turns out that we end up having to pay a carrying fee of
Mhm.
$800 per month, it's probably going to be that way for the whole 40 years
Yeah.
of the mortgage. We won't get any increases every year.
Right.
So in 5 years, when people are paying $2,500, $3,000 for their rental, we'll still be paying the same $800. And we can't get evicted. You get voted in, you get voted out. But it's a community. I don't know if you remember, I'm from Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
And we lived in these tall brownstone buildings that were
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
apartment
Yeah.
buildings.
Exactly.
And we became family in that building. It was probably
Right.
8 to 10 units.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
we stayed there forever.
Yep.
And, it was just that way. If one person came and said, I don't have my rent money,
Right.
we held a rent party and paid their rent for them.
Wow.
That's community.
Yeah.
This is what we're getting back to.
Yeah.
And we can succeed if we do it in a unified manner. in a very sophisticated, professional, unified manner, because we set up a board. So everybody who is a part of it is called a member.
Yeah.
The members own the business, so they make money off the business. They are responsible for the business, so now they're a business owner. They actually can be a part of the board of directors,
Right.
and they own the property that they live in. So you become an owner of a business and you own your home all at the same time in an affordable way. And that's why it's ideal for moderate and low income families. Now, there has to be a balance in the incomes so that we can make sure that everyone can get in and everyone can stay in, and that it can stay affordable over the years. But that's what we do. We create these pro formas. And New has an amazing board of directors. We've got lawyers, we've got assistant architects, we've got grant writers. These are a part of our board. We have elected officials. We have someone who was there who worked for Habitat for Humanity for 6 years.
Yeah.
So we are well blessed and poised to not only build our own, but to teach people all over the world how they can do it themselves. There are families that have enough family members in them that are working class people. And even if you're not working, you only have to have 2 years of income. You can be on Social Security, disability, whatever, just 2 years of solid income. And you don't have to have a really high credit score for our criteria. Each group will determine their own criteria. Some groups will be potentially a group of engineers who doesn't want to pay $500,000 to have a nice home, but they want to build something for them all to live in. Some people will build tall apartment buildings. Each one will be unique based on what those families decide.
Oh, that's beautiful, Charlie. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Vaughan in the background. I want to make sure you guys see the slide there. We're talking about New Neighborhood Empowerment and Wealth Collective, guys, with our expert here today. Then I want you guys to go to the website too as well. That's new-collective.org. You see that on the screen. Also, too, you can email Charlie too, guys, for more information. I highly recommend you guys do ask for more information. newempowerment53@gmail.com. newempowerment53@gmail.com. You see the number there as well, guys, 404-518-8336. Please call and leave a message there. And most of you can get that phone out right now and get that QR code. A lot of you have already took a picture of it probably as well. But guys, I want you to set up an appointment with Charlie so you can learn more about this wonderful program, guys, that she has. Hey guys, we're getting ready to run out of time, so I want to give Charlie enough time to give us some final thoughts specifically in this area, because ladies and gentlemen, you need to have your own place, a nice place, the one that you want, right? But it needs to be done collectively. It needs to be done with some help. We're here to help you, and Charlie is the expert in this area. Well, Charlie, I want to give you some final thoughts there, if you don't mind, as it concerns our two topics today, guys. Has been AI on the first half, 30 minutes, and then the second half has been our neighborhood empowerment program that Charlie is an expert in on both areas. So, Charlie, any final thoughts, anything you want to leave us with? I'm going to pop back in here in a few seconds, but I want to make sure everybody gets that QR code and that information there as well. God bless you. Thank you so much.
And I do want everyone to at least take the QR code, look at the website. If it's not for you, please share it. Right. One of the things that we have been doing is we've been trying to go it alone, and we don't have to. We have families, we have communities, we have church families. Everything is about that unity because the power is in the numbers. So even if it isn't for you, please pass it on to somebody who it might be for. We have monthly community meetings to educate people. People can contact me directly, but the website has a wealth of information. We are also going to be holding some financial literacy training and wealth building, not just financial literacy, but once you get your finances together, we have financial specialists that can tell you how to get that money to work for you. So don't go it alone, and don't worry about the mortgage companies. We found a way to remove the barrier to home ownership, and it's not new. It's been around for hundreds of years. And the thing is, the funding is there. They just never told us. So now that we are informed, share it, share it, share it.
Oh, I love it, Charlie. This is great. I'm going to pop back in, guys. Thanks to the technology, I can pop in like that. That's pretty good. Thank you so much, Charlie. That's powerful, guys. You hear that, guys? Knowledge is power when applied. People stop at the knowledge is power, but you got to, when it's applied, you got to use it, right? You got to get the information out, Charlie. That's powerful. Hey, ladies, I want you guys to share this video out to everybody you know so they can get information about this wonderful program. Also learn about the AI workshop. That was our first half. For those who may have not seen that part, go back over this video and you'll get the first half on AI and the second half on the neighborhood empowerment program. Wow, this is so cool. I love it. Charly, thank you so much for your time today. I want to give you some final thoughts there. Any final thoughts today as we wrap this baby up today?
Yes. Think about your future. Prepare yourself for the economy that's coming, and take someone with you when you go.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. You hear that, guys? Our goal is to help you grow each and every day. I'm going to pull my little card out. You know why we do all this, guys? Because you matter. You matter. Charly opened up with that, guys. It's all about you. It's all about people. It's all about helping people grow and understand how important they are. You, ladies and gentlemen, you are the most important thing on the planet. You understand that? Forget all the other stuff. I don't care how much money you got. You are greater than that. I don't care how many diamonds you got, you're greater than that. I don't know how many pearls you got in your collective, you're greater than that. You matter. Matter of fact, there is no price for your life and no price for who you are because there's only one of you. That's powerful, Charly, when I think about it, that the God that we serve, ladies and gentlemen, he has created you uniquely. Out of all the people that were ever born and that will ever be born, there'll never be one like you. Just incredible. I like that. I love that. And I love that today that we understand that. So Charly, thank you so much for your time today. This has been a special edition of Power Connections, guys, with Charly McCracken and Kevin Vaughan. We're here to help you grow and know what is really going on today. So we're excited about that. With that, hey guys, we're going to leave you with this real quickly. Remember to always outlove, outserve, and outforgive each other, as my mentors would tell us each and every day. And remember, there is a God in heaven. He loves you so much, and he wants always the best for you. But guess what? We got to get the knowledge. And guess what we got to do, Charly? We also got to get the work too, guys. And we're just not sitting home and all this stuff happens, right? You have to work at it. You have to learn about it, and you have to do what we do. This is what the Power Connections is all about. We bring in powerful people. We call Charly the Pearl, ladies and gentlemen. She is the Pearl because she's excellent at everything that she does, ladies and gentlemen. And just for those who did not understand that, she is the owner of the Atlanta Web Design and SEO. She is a certification in web development, graphic design, and project management, guys. She is excellent. I want you guys to definitely contact her. There's the information there for this particular segment. That's where you can get into contact her about that. Also, too, Charly, I want to let people know that they can invite you to speak at their events. Oh,
I would love it.
Yes, any organizations, groups, associations. You guys there's like 10,000 groups and organizations just in the Metro Atlanta, guys. We're talking about the Association of Dentists, the Association of Realtors, all the above, Association of Nurses. We got groups that talk about all kind of great topics, guys. You can invite her out to talk to your group about these wonderful initiatives and wonderful areas of information, just so you can know what's going on as we talk about AI and as we talk about this neighborhood empowerment program. Wow. Wow, without a doubt. Well, Charly, y'all give a round of applause to Charly there being with us today. Thank you so much, my dear. You're awesome. You're awesome.
My pleasure.
All right. Hey, this has been great, guys. Hey, thank you so much, guys, for being with us today. Once again, Kevin Vaughan with you on Power Connections. Our special guest today, Charly McCracken. We've been talking about AI and affordable housing today. That has been our main topics. Hey, I can't wait for you to get with us, guys. Again, if you guys got any problems getting with Charly, give me a holler. I'll push that information over to her if you guys just need some help. We'd be glad to help you get that information over to her, okay? Your request. Thank you so much for your time. Hey, guys, have a great day. Appreciate your time so much, and we'll see you next time on Power Connection with Kevin Vaughan. God bless you. Thank you so much, Charly.